What's going on, everybody? It's North Carolina Shooter back with another video. Got a gun here that seen some controversy over it. Some people say it don't exist, some people say it do. Most of you, if you know anything about firearms, you've been involved in shooting all your life, you probably know it exists. You may not, but it's a 28 gauge shotgun. There's proof right there. They wouldn't sell the shells if there weren't no such thing as the gun. 28 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, 1 ounce, number 8 shot. This is a Remington 1100. It's a beautiful shotgun. This thing's in real good shape. I'll show you the stamping on the barrel. I've seen some videos, and in the comment section, everybody's saying, no, that's not a 28 gauge. Well, there you go, people. 28 gauge for 2 3/4 inch or shorter shells. Man, that's a beautiful gun. That thing's clean as it can be. Don't look like it's been shot very much. We're gonna take a few shots with it here in a minute. There's a little comparison of your shells. There on the left is a 28 gauge Winchester number 8, like you was just seeing. There in the middle is a 20 gauge. That was just some steel shot. On the right there's your 12 gauge. 28 gauge is bigger than a 410. That's in between a 20 and a 410 is the 28. Looks like it'd be a pretty powerful little shell. I'm sure for home defense that would be good, but you can definitely tell, get it to stand up here, you can definitely tell a size difference there just in the heads. But once again, 28 gauge. A lot of people will swear to you that that gun does not exist, but it sure does. We're gonna take a few shots with it. So it is freezing cold out here in southeastern North Carolina. I'm shaking like a leaf because I'm cold, but we're gonna load up this 1100 and try to ring a little bit of steel. We ain't gonna do nothing special. These shells are you can find them, but they're not exactly plentiful like your 12 gauge and 20 gauge. It's one of those deals where if you run across them, you better go ahead and get them, because you might not be able to find them the next day. Like I say, a lot of people don't think this gun exists, but there it is. It lays right there on my shooting table. So let's get this thing loaded up. We'll take a few shots, give you an idea what this thing can do. Alright, this is my cousin Matthew here. He's got the 28 gauge. He's gonna demonstrate this thing, take a few shots. See some of my other videos, you know, I got my range marked off here. He's standing at the 15-yard block. Okay, we got 2 paper targets down here. I believe he's got 3 shells in the gun. He's gonna take a few shots at that paper to give you an idea what the 28 gauge will do from 15 yards. Let me get my earplugs on here and get Mr. Matthew to take a few shots. All right, Mr. Hardy, it's all you. See what we got going on. Let's walk down there and see what happened. Granted, that's number 8 shot. You get some buckshot for this thing, and especially for home defense, being a smaller gauge, that would be perfect. You don't have to worry about over penetration. That target is scattered. I put a few holes in that yesterday with the 40, but that's a spread right there. If that was a bad guy coming in your house, he'd be having a bad day. I mean, those pellets went, I mean, they're all over this whole target, even outside, out here on the plywood. I mean, that's a good spread for that 28 gauge at 15 yards. Nobody wants to be on the receiving end of that lead, I promise you. Let's load it up and take a few more shots. All right, we're gonna take a few more shots. We are at the 10-yard line. We're gonna shoot the target on the right-hand side now with this 28 gauge Remington 1100 and see what we get from 10 yards. Let her rip, son. Eyes and ears, and we're ready to go. Safety first, people. You don't get second chances when you're playing with guns. Son, that eat up that wood. That 28 gauge is a very, it ain't got the kick of a 12 or a 20 gauge, but that thing holds a pattern. I mean, you look at that. Yeah, that was 3 shots, but that thing holds a pattern for dove hunting, squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, any kind of small game. And I mean, I wouldn't put it past taking a deer down. You put some buckshot in it, and if you get the right opportunity, I guarantee you can shoot a deer with it. I mean, people kill deer with smaller gauge shotguns. So that's your 28 gauge shotgun, people. Don't let anybody tell you it don't exist. I got proof right here. So I appreciate you watching. That little button in the bottom left hand corner with the thumbs up, you know what to do. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.